Welcome back, guys. If you hear any background noise, it's my truck. It's so cold out here that if I get cold enough, I have to sit in my truck and then get back out here and work on this thing. The next order of business that we got going on is the radiator is separated from the core support, but I am playing Russian roulette with the fan in this radiator. We need to drain the radiator so I can remove it before I pull the core support completely out. This is completely disconnected. I did not take any of the bolts out. It's just the core support was so rusted out on the buddy mounts that, yeah. I don't know the condition of the bottom of this. I'm praying that I don't have to modify it or buy new ones. That is the first step in order to pull this engine. It's gonna be a slow process for the week, but it's one goal and we'll get it done as quick as we can. I absolutely hate these hose clamps. Woo! Might sit you guys down. Yeah, luckily it's hitting this and not smashing the radiator, but I gotta be careful. Woo! There we go. Walk it off. There we go. Okay, not all clips are suitable for modern society on this channel. That was a little bit of a hectic situation. I got as much of that antifreeze as I could into the bucket. Shout out to my neighbor for the donation of kitty litter. Just in case anybody wants to come at me, I scooped it up and replaced the soil. So we're environmental friendly on this channel, damn it. Sat here for about 10 minutes thinking about the steps I should do with this. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the motor, get that on the engine stand in the garage. Not gonna worry about the transmission be out in the weather because we're going to be taking this cab off for the other body. So not too concerned about having the transmission sitting there. I'm gonna try and use that windshield. There's no cracks on that windshield. I think I'm gonna use more of this cab than I thought I was going to. But it's all part of the process. One step at a time, one day at a time. We're getting there. I don't think I'm gonna get much done for the rest of the day, guys. So thank you for watching. Tomorrow we're gonna really get into this motor pulling. I just needed to separate the radiator and core support today. Whew. See you guys tomorrow. All right, so it's been about a week or so since I last got into this project here. I've been helping out my friend Tab with his Javelin, which I just posted that video. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It should be the video before this. The weather recently has made it very hard for me to be able to work on this project specifically because I do not have a shop. Is that a goal? Yes, it's a very big goal. Shop is probably one of my biggest goals, other than buying a house. I have to be patient though for that. I have to be very patient and methodical. I'm gonna quit talking, we're gonna get down to it. Let's get this engine out. So there's probably a bullnose enthusiast that just screamed at the top of their lungs on how I got this out. This is the only piece that really has a, would it be a model type of badge on it, which is this Ranger. Goes right above the radiator, gosh. And this badge that you see here goes right above the radio. And you gotta take a bunch of panels off to get to it. Well, I took this corner piece and just gave it a big pull, and this is so brittle that it just ripped right off. And it probably had some mesothelioma and asbestos in it, and I didn't even think about that. Should have wore a mask, but we digress. This is the only thing I needed out of the interior, other than maybe the tilt steering wheel. Other than that, I've got a whole interior on the other truck. I didn't get as much as I wanted to get done, like big parts wise, but I got most of the wiring harness that goes around the engine over to here unhooked. There's speedo cable, e-brake cable to do still, brakes need to be removed. Got to remove that heater cable for, I think it's the duct, the high output side. So that needs done. There's one last ground attached right next to the oil pan. If you're a Ford guy, you know what one I'm talking about. It's like right there. After that, well, fuel line's already unhooked. There was no fuel into it. It was bone dry. I mean, this thing's been sitting. So yeah, guys, just a bunch of meticulous little things today. We're getting there. Baby steps. This weather's definitely making it hard, but we'll push through. I don't know if it's the coffee talking to me today, but I feel motivated as hell. We're gonna get this motor ready to pull today. I can feel it. Just you wait. Is this blade a little overkill? Maybe. We're gonna cut this exhaust off real quick. Get it right out of the way so we don't have to worry about it. Don't get excited, nothing's gonna like fall out, I think. Maybe. I might have to grab the carpet and cut wherever it's hanging. We'll see. Voila. Okay, so we got a hanger here. We're gonna see what happens when we cut that. Bingo! Oh, by the way, there's no exhaust from where I just grabbed it back. Like at all. Like, look at this hanger. Oh, yeah. One thing that has thrown me off going under this, that's a newer tank. We will be able to utilize that. The back tank, not so much. But this front tank, this is pretty darn new. Quick update. All we've got is the motor mount bolts here, bell housing bolts, which aren't that hard to get to since it's a inline 6. Thank goodness. The bell housing bolts also need pulled off. That should just be a ball that it joints on, so that shouldn't be a problem. I had one of those on the other truck. I am going to need that one though. Other than that, we are doing pretty good. This side's completely off. I even got the starter unhooked, so it's really just motor mount bolts and bell housing bolts over here. It's going to be very hard for me to videotape these bell housing bolts and make it eventful, so if you've ever done these, you'll understand that the reason why I'm not gonna videotape these, they're just monotonous. I'll get back with you when I get them all out. Excuse the wind, because it's gonna be a little loud here. Warm front's coming in. It's real windy, it's getting warm out. Shouldn't even be wearing my overalls right now, I'm sweating. But, got this bolt in here. Getting it ready to be pulled. Power steering's off. I have a whole nother power steering pump for the other vehicle. All the bell housing bolts are off. Got the wiring all away from the engine here. Got all the wiring off on that side. Starter's off. I'm gonna keep the cabin rotor off. Don't want to have to deal with accidentally breaking it. Other than that, right now I think the only thing that we have connected would be the motor mount bolts. These ones here. Other than that, it's ready to pull, but I got to move this over to where the XJ is at, and the XJ's got to go over where this was at, because this ground here is a lot more solid than the mud pile over here. And I don't want the engine hoist to sink in the mud. That would suck. So that's gonna get moved. I know I said we were gonna pull the motor yesterday, but as you can tell, Ohio's got another wet spell of weather. And as you can see, I relocated the wood hauler. I think that's the proper name for this truck. Moved the XJ over, not all the way over, because that's nothing but dirt, no stone. But yeah, guys, this is gonna be the spot where we pull the motor. But I need to get this camera out of the rain as quick as I can. That's why I didn't film any of this. Another big thing we gotta do before we can pull the motor on this is pull the engine hoist out of there. And if you've seen from my other videos, I still have not touched that. So a big shop cleanup is happening also. So bear with me. How's it going, guys? It is now Saturday. We have 2 bolts on each side left on this engine, and then it is time to completely pull it out. It's been raining all week. Saturday, perfect day. I can't explain it, but utilize this warm, sunny day as much as we can. So let's get down to it. I already got the chain hookup already on there to pull it out. Just gotta get those bolts. All right, I lied. One bolt on each side right here. Wish I would have videotaped it, getting all set up, but kind of racing the sun right now. Don't mind don't mind that. But anyways, got this bolt undone. I got these bolts undone on the other side because they kind of bolt up to the motor exactly like this, so I can slide the motor straight up just by loosening these up on that side. This side not so much, but I can remove this motor mount, and it's going to allow me to move this way and really be able to wiggle this motor off of these alignment pins. It's already broke loose. You can see where there's a little line where it's already been splitting. So I think if we get this off, it's going to come out really easy. Stay tuned. Here's one. You didn't see that. As you can see, that opened up like a 4-inch gap. Don't worry about these brake lines. I put new brake lines on it anyways. Not too worried about it. But look how much more room we can move this over this way. See what I mean by this sliding straight up? I need to lower it because I'm too high tilted up. Okay, by doing that, made like a 1/2-inch gap on the bell housing already, so I need to be careful. I don't want to bring it too far forward or I'm going to run into my bumper, and I don't want to do that. Bingo. Woo. So, something I kind of forgot about, the linkage for the clutch. It's not bent, it's just hanging down. It's a very loose setup. It's a very loose setup. Rides on this ball. Very common on these trucks. But it's already popped off the shaft of the transmission. I might want to support that. I gotta go support that real quick. BRB. Nice. My mechanics who are a one-man show and don't have enough muscle power to get an engine out, and you have to do what you got to do, know what just happened here. I'm just gonna walk back and let you soak it in. Oh yeah. Got her done though. Gotta get the engine stand out here and we can roll her up into the garage. Well, I think that's it for this video. I'm gonna get that on the ground, set it down there for the night, put a bag over the carburetor. We'll get to her tomorrow, and that'll probably be the start of the next video. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Hopefully it stays this nice out tomorrow, and we'll get it all figured out. See you later. Peace out. Like, comment, and subscribe, and see you later.